Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm T with Teresa H Creates, and today I'm going to make some tea party invitations. And these are the mock-ups that I did for my sister. She's hosting this tea party. My family, I have a lot of females in my family and we just do tea parties. So this is what's happening. This one's going to be pretty fancy. She's rented an entire B&B for this, a separate one. So the first one I did says tea party, and these were just kind of the mock-ups I did for her. And then tea time. And this was using some of the stuff that I had here in my stash, but it just wasn't fancy enough. We were really wanting to do kind of English style high tea. It's going to be later in the afternoon. And so I thought, let's do something a little bit different. So I went online to annagriffin.com because Anna Griffin, I know, has all those beautiful, beautiful layered ephemera bits. And so I thought, let's do Anna Griffin style invitations. So I purchased this favorite tea embellishments. There are 120 stickers. So that's what I've got. That's what I'm working with. We're going to embellish it up. This is what was in that box. I went ahead and separated everything, put it in this little container so it'd be easy to grab, easy to see. I'm going to set it to the side here a little bit. And then I thought I need background paper, right? I didn't have any Anna Griffin paper other than what came in the card kits, and those are 6x6 sheets. And I really wanted to do a 5x7 invitation, so I pulled out my Maggie Holmes, and I pulled papers from Flourish. This other Flourish, and this one was different. I don't know if you can. They're different. They're both Flourish, but they're different papers. So, I have Wild at Heart, but I didn't choose anything from that one. I chose a few from Heritage and then Sunny Days. So, I have to make 8 invitations. And what I'm thinking is, I would like for the invitations to match the teacups. So, let me show you the teacup styles. Or the papers. I want them to match the teacup style. So I think there's 4 of each of these. This beautiful pink one. This one with the blue, and there's some gold foil on these as well. And then this yellow. It's gorgeous. No foil on that one. This one here with a little bit of green in that corner. This one, I think this one might be my favorite. Isn't that pretty? And then here. And so there are 7 teacup styles in this kit. I need to make 8 invitations. So one of these is going to double up. I'm going to put them up here and I'm going to show you the papers that I've selected. And then we're going to try to match the teacups with the papers. So I'm thinking, in my mind, I'm thinking doily, right? And background paper. And this is my background paper. I did go ahead and cut one of these. I started cutting them down to 5x7 style. And then I was like, I have way more paper here that I selected than I'm actually going to use. So I stopped cutting until I know exactly what I'm going to use. So these are the sheets that I selected. I wanted these nice floral motifs. I wanted it to be kind of busy in the background because I really wanted it to look almost like wallpaper. You know, the fancy wallpaper in the background. I was thinking doily on the front and then layered tea sets. The teacups and tea sets. That's kind of my vision for this. And look, I have way too many papers. Way, way, way too many papers. But let's get started. Let's try to match some of these up so that I have 8 total. Actually, this might be fairly easy. This one might be a good one with this, possibly. So I'm going to set that aside here. Not filling that one. Too much black. These are, one's larger, one's smaller. I think I would go with the smaller. So I don't have anything that's like real blue though. Oh, well, that's pretty. I like it. I don't think this one's quite what I'm looking for. This is pretty. So that's a maybe. That one's a maybe. Not quite what I'm looking for. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Huh, I might choose between these two. I love this. I like this one, this one, this one. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I think maybe one of these guys, right? Okay, let's match teacups. All right. Let me go back to see how many of these I have right now. I'm going to push this aside a little bit. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'll figure it out. Let's start here. Let me see what matches up the best, and then I think we can narrow it down from there. I am liking this. I think that. Nope, I think the pink. I think the pink. Okay, let's narrow it down between these two, and I think that might help. I'm liking that. And maybe that. I don't know. I think that I'm going to go with this one. So there's 3. I'm going to set that one aside. Which one do we like here? Four. I'm liking this. 5. That little bit of, oh, this is pretty here. That little bit of pink in there. I don't know if I've used all of the styles yet. What about that one? And then I might bring this one back. What do we think? Or this one. Ooh, I like that. That looks good. Okay, let's see what we've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I've got my 8. All right. So I can set these aside. It looks like I used at least one of each, and then one of these, I think this one I used too. This pink one, and pink and gold foil. Okay. Good deal. So I've got my teacups and I've got my papers. So I've narrowed down my papers. And so I'm going to set these aside, and we're going to go ahead and build up one and get an idea of what it's going to look like. Because I'm a little bit, I have an idea in mind, but I'm not sure. So this one's already cut down. Let's use this. I did take a die from the Anna Griffin Finishing School. It's the Craft Box China Cabinet. It has this beautiful die in here because I didn't have a fancy doily. I do have a few doily dies, but I didn't have any that were Anna Griffin fancy. So I did pull that die from there, and I went ahead and die cut this gold piece, and I'm going to do that on all of them. So I did go ahead and die cut enough of them so that I have one for each card. And then I think I'm going to start using these papers to layer them up. Let me show you what that die looks like. This is that die from the Finishing School box, is that card kit. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the little corners. You can do the solid die, because I think that there's an embossing folder. So I think that's why the solid die's in here. So you could emboss and then cut the embossed image out. But then here's the die I used in the center. And then again, the smaller medallion has a separate cutting plate there. And then this is separate. So all of these are separate. This is together though. Anyhow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I'm thinking, do we start with a base? I want to leave the top open up here. So when I put it down, I want it to be kind of a place, kind of a T setting at the bottom. And I wanted to leave the top open because I plan to put the invitation details in here to just kind of let them slide and sit right here so that it can be removed. And then you still have the beautiful invitation, right? So these, I pulled these cards out just to get an idea of what size I wanted that to be and just kind of use it as a stand-in for the invitation details. So we could start with a base and a cup, and then we add on. I've got all of these gorgeous spoons. I didn't have enough of the spoons because I figured I would be using gold spoons. I think I'm going to use gold in all of these and not the silver. But I do have this Anna Griffin die set that I also purchased for this project. And this is all tea dyes, tea theme dyes. And I'm liking this little pot, and I like this vase here. Oh, but I have the spoon. That was the point of showing you that. So this is kind of the inspiration sheet for that. So I do want to show you what these dies look like. But I did go ahead and cut out from that same gold foil paper. I did cut out a few of the spoons. So I had some extras that I could use. So I do have those. So let's see. I don't know if this is going to be too much gold. I can put a cup. And then I was thinking a teapot here. And I have several options for teapots. Let me bring them over. So here are the teapot options. That one's very decorative. This is a solid gold. This one's a solid, well, actually it's got a little bit of color in here, but it's so faint you can barely see it. I'm not going to do silver, so I'm going to set that one aside. And then here's the another little decorative pot. Let's put one behind it and see. Let's see what it looks like with this guy. And I have to remember while I'm doing this that I am going to mail it. So that would be quite thick. Postage on this is going to be quite a bit, I think. And maybe a little creamer cup. That is a lot of gold going on. There's a lot. So we do have what I'm guessing are going to be like your creams and your sugars. And I'm not sure what this would be. Is this what would actually hold like the tea bags? I don't know. And then a spoon. What do we think? All I can really see is just like a lot of shine. I don't know that that's necessarily what I'm going for. That's why we're doing this. Okay. I'm not loving this. Also, I think I need something flat back here because it was, I don't want to raise it up even more because these are already on foam. So they already have a layer to them. Let me look at my dies. I could use this vase or I could use this guy. Let me go ahead and take this out and take this off. I don't know if I do a vase, would I have to do flowers? I could do some flowers. The vase really isn't tea time. Let me see what this would kind of look like. It's actually going to look like this. Oh, actually, and then flat. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, and I could do it in a solid color. That would look even better. All of this is too much. I'm going to remove this tray. I'm going to remove the tray and just keep the doily, and let's see. So if I put the kettle, and we have the plate and the little creamer and the spoon, or it might look better with the solid spoon. What do we think? Push it down a little bit like this. And then I would have, let's use this one. I kind of like the wider one. Then I would have the invitation details up here that they would be able to slide out. I think I like it. I do. I like it. I think that that's the design I'm going to go with. So then I would need to find coordinating paper for this. All right, but let me work on getting the others situated. We might be able to work on a couple at a time. Let me push some of this over. Let me get these guys. You know what? These two are both kind of same. And I still have to cut these sheets down. But here and here. Here and here. All right, and then we'll have the solid teapot in the back. Perfect, perfect. All right. Do we want little saucer or big saucer? I think big one. Kind of like the look of the big one. Do I have enough of those? I don't. So I am going to have to use some of the little ones. Let's mix it up a little bit then. You know what? For those that I'm using the smaller plates with, I'll go larger on the item that goes with it. How about that? That might be too large. Let's do this one. So we'll have a nice either pink or yellow or green, right? And then let's do another solid spoon here. Okay, good deal. It's coming together. Okay, and so this one, we can do this, and we have the larger plate, so then let's do a little bit of a smaller pot. We could do this one or this one. I'm trying to see what else I have here. I don't think there were any little, there aren't, which is fine. What would happen if I did mix the colors? If I did use a silver? I mean, is that like out of line? I kind of think it is. All right, we'll do the smaller one there. Okay, next. All right, this is coming together a little bit quicker than I thought. I actually thought that I would struggle with these patterns and matching up the teacups, but I think that having that gold doily in the back, you know, kind of grounds this. And then you've just got the hint of the pattern in the background. It's not like, and it'll be different also when it's cut down. Let's do this. And this will do nice. Do this. And I'll put a solid one with this. I'm going to do the solid one with this just because it already has so much foiling in it. I think that that might just be the best way to go. Which I think is what's bothering me here with this one. So I think if I did, yeah, if they're going to be a lot of foil like that, I think I'm going to use the solid ones on these that have the foil. And then the few cups that I have that don't have the foiling, then I'll use one of these guys. I think that's what I'm going to do. Or I may just die cut the little gold ones for all of them. I may do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to die cut the little gold ones for all of them, but I'm going to leave that there as just a placeholder for now. Okay. So the hardest part of all of this is actually finding the little guy who's going to accompany them. All right. We can use the larger one on this because we've got the smaller. It's not as intricate. I could do a little teapot here. No, because I've got to remember that I'm cutting that down, so there's not going to be as much room. So we can do this. And then we'll have our solid teapot there. Although I do feel like I need a little bit more color. So I think I'm going to do this guy. He's got a little bit of color in it. I don't know if you can see it in here. Okay. And then for this one, we'll do the small one. And I think these actually match. Okay, perfect. Just a few more to go. Got this one with the pink. Ooh, I'm liking this one. I do, I like this one. Okay. Is that right? No. That's right. All right, we'll do the large one. I'm going to do the smaller one here. So I'll do the larger there. Okay, that was easy. I'm going to do the smaller pot there. And then we decided we were going to use the solid gold spoons with all of them, but, and I do have more, so I'm going to be able to, I have more of that gold paper, I'll be able to die cut more of those. Okay, last one. And then this one has a small one, so then we're going to use this last. Look at how quickly they're coming together now. All right, that's just a placeholder. Okay, I can put the rest of this up. I kind of got how this is going to look. So pretty. All right, and then I think it's going to beef it up and then kind of ground it also by having the solid color tea kettle in there. Okay, I've got to bring my papers out. I did grab some 12 by 12 solid cardstock that I have. And so I wanted to just kind of match up some colors. I'm liking this kind of a coral color here. I think that it's in the darker bits and kind of the darker bits here. So I really think that this would look good with this. So that tea kettle will be nice and pink back there. I think I like that. When I cut them and place them, that's when I'll know for sure. I don't think that'll be right for that. I need a softer pink, I think, or either a darker green. Let's go darker green. What about this softer pink color? That would actually work with that, I think. All right. I think that will work. Do I have... I've got a yellow for this other, or I could try to find kind of a mint green. I may cut one of each just to see how it looks. I've got this color though that I think would go with this, and I could do it with this one, or I could do the yellow one. So here and here, and I think this one. I'm gonna try the yellow and see, but I don't know. All right, and then for these, I think I'm also going to use this color with this one. It might be too light. I might need to find a kind of a deeper, richer kind of a green. Maybe pull this pink back out. I think this pink would look great with the rest of these though, this little bit of lighter pink. I think that would look great with this one and this one and this one. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to find a little bit of a darker green for this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut out more of the gold spoons, solid gold spoons, and then trim everything down. Let me get it all trimmed down and then I'll be back. We'll start putting stuff together. Oh my goodness, aren't they beautiful? So I went ahead and laid everything out. Nothing is glued down or attached, and I kind of wanted to just take a look and see if this is what I want. And the only thing that I think is a concern, I do like the bold just splash of color in there to kind of break up all of this golden foil. And I don't know, you can't really see it there, but it is embossed. Let me see if I get that turned just right. So it does have an emboss to it. So there is some, and it is on textured cardstock. So there is some texture there, but I feel like, you know, they're still kind of pushed back a little bit. So a couple of things I considered are maybe putting a flower in the center just to kind of break it up a little bit. So I pulled some flowers from the little kit, the china cabinet kit, and they're not going to match, you know, exact or anything, but I thought there might be some flower stickers in here that were small enough that might actually fit on, you know, like this. I could do something like that. Maybe. How does that look? I don't know. I think I've got some in some solid. I do have some that are these gold foil. I would go and put more gold on this, right? Because that's what it needs, more gold. No, and that's too big. It would cover up everything. Let me see if there's a smaller flower in here. There's butterflies. So let's see. Something like that would work. It doesn't quite fit, so I don't know. I don't think that that's the right way to go. Maybe leaving them as is the right way to go. Or I could take some maybe little gemmies and put them, maybe like some little gold gems. Let me see. I've got an extra one here. I did die cut an extra one. Okay, here's the yellow one. So it does have in some of these embossed areas, it has these little, I don't think you can see it, but it's got the little dots on it. Let me pull out the actual die itself so that I can show you and I'm not actually having to. So it's these guys. So these four guys, and then these little dots here. What if I found some way to put like little jimmies there instead? Maybe some gold enamel dots or something, or some gold dots, and then maybe that would work. Or I could emboss them. I might be able to emboss, like do a little bit of a gold emboss there, just to the wax emboss. Let me move these flowers out of the way. I think that they're disturbing me down here. I've got them in my space, my tiny little working space that I've left myself. And so, oh, you know what I do have? One second. I have this Smooch Pearlized Accent Ink. Does anyone remember Smooch? I've had this forever. I completely forgot about it. And I just thought, instead of, because I thought, man, I could emboss those little bits of gold, but that would be trying to get it mixed up. If you're hearing that little bit of banging there, you know, that would be pretty labor intensive, I think. So let's see. Could I, maybe it'll show up better on something like this. I don't know. Let's try the yellow since it's so close. I think that's, so if I tried this on this little dot here, and then I tried on these little guys here, here, and then up here. It's got a little bit of shine. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Where's my bottle? I took a class and I used this smooch in the class to like highlight some areas on the pattern paper, and I fell in love with it. I ended up buying a ton of it, and now I don't even think you can get it anymore. I got a little bit off. I don't think it's sold anymore or made, but it was the best. And it's like, see, look at the fine tip on it. Almost like, it reminds me of like Almay had that liquid liner in containers like that. Okay, so let me switch this out and we'll see what we think. Oh, I really like that. I don't know if that's coming through on camera, but there, I think that that's enough. I think it kind of breaks that up enough. Okay, so now I have to deal with all these, but that's much easier than embossing. I do like it. I like it. Okay, so this is actually coming together very quickly, quite nicely. I think that I'm going to go ahead and commit to using the smooch on these guys, giving them a little bit of color, and then I'm trying to think. So this is my idea for the actual invitation, right? So getting a coordinating sheet of cardstock that matches the color of the teapots, right? And then using my one of my border punches here to give it a lace edge. And that's what I've done. I'm going to use this as a replacement for the invitation. So the invitation itself is this size, and it'll sit right in here, and it's got all the details on it and everything. And so my thought is, if I use the lace on top, it almost looks like a hanky maybe. And so it would sit in here like this, right? So there's, you know, all of this is kind of coordinating. Yes, yes. And then you get it and you pull it out. I don't know if I'm loving it. I'm like, is it good enough, or do I need to add more? I couldn't add a tab. I don't want to add gemstones or anything, gold dots. No, I think it's good enough. I think it's good. You know, I want it to be obvious, you know, that you still see some of the writing, so it's obvious that you need to pull it out, you know. And I think it looks good. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the smooch. I'm happy with using the solid colors on this, especially since they're going to coordinate with the colors of the invite. I think that looks good. Oh, I do have, hold on. I am brand new to the world of Anna Griffin. I specifically purchased these for this invitation, and right after I purchased these dies and the little embellishments, I ended up finding a huge haul on Facebook Marketplace. And so I do have a haul video. It's an Anna Griffin only haul. It's a really long video because I got a lot of stuff. And this is, I'll post it in the description below if you wanted to see the haul video, because I did get a lot of stuff. And And I think that, yep, it'll be out before I post this video. So I think that'll work. And then let me see. But in that haul, I got these guys. What if I did this? Too much? I could put him under. Is that too much or is that good? It'll actually be something. Oh, I think that balances it. I think it actually looks good. I have the larger bows, but the larger bows may be too much. Let's see. You know what? It gives it enough of that pop to make it really feminine. And I could trim up the edges. I kind of like the bigger bow. I think I like the bigger bow. I think it just helps balance everything out. Oh, do I have 7 or 8? I have 8. Do I have 8 of these large ones? Please tell me I have 8. Oh, I could use a smaller one if I need to. Oh, maybe I have more. There were more. Okay. Okay, I think that is it. So let me start gluing stuff down and attaching it, smooching, and then I'll be back and show you what I've done, the finished product. Oh, because I think I also want to round the corners on these guys. Yep, yep. Well, you know what? We could do one of these together, though. I've already done this one. Let's put it together and see. Let's do it and see. Or I'll do this one because I already have that one done. I already have the paper cut for that. I don't want to lose these patterns. I want to keep this all together. I'm going to set them aside so I've got a little bit of working space here. Oh, it came together so cute. Okay. Grab a few of my tools. All right. Reverse tweezers, smooch, glue, corner rounder. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to use the large side of this. I'm going to round these corners. I am really enjoying the Anna Griffin products. Like I said, I've known about her, obviously, but I haven't used her products before. And so this is a treat. And I think like this is good. And I think I'm only going to glue down a little bit down here at the bottom. Because I want to keep that pocket, you know, there open. So I think about there. I got glue on myself. Okay. Nice, nice. And then let's lay these guys out. I'm going to turn this up this way. So apparently my neighbors are having the lawn worked on. So if you're hearing the leaf blower out there, that's what that is, that loud noise. Don't they know I'm recording? All right. I'm going to smooch this up. Let's see. This little topper. And then I'm trying to turn it to see if you can see it as well. This guy here. I hope that that isn't too loud. All right, and then these dots. Okay. Should dry pretty quickly. And then I think and I want it to be on the I want it to definitely be attached to the die cut doily here, but I don't want it to, you know, lock down the actual. I guess it probably should have been up a little higher. That's fine. It's fine. Now I know. All right, and I think that this is a sticker. It is a sticker. I'm still going to put a little bit of adhesive on it because I don't trust stickers. Don't trust stickers at all. Okay. I'm going to put this a little bit up. Glue these little guys down. Make sure they stay. All right. Is this a sticker? I think so. It all came in the same kit. And it is a sticker. Okay. Put a little bit of glue. So I've got the flat embellishments in the back, and then these raised embellishments here in the front. So it's got a lot of dimension. See? Okay. And then this guy, like this. And I'm wondering if I should, or like this, like this. I think I'm just going to glue this part down. And then that part will just be up a little bit. This postage is going to be expensive. So I'm glad that there are only 8. It's going to be pricey to send these. Well, maybe I should put it down a little bit. I'll put a little bit of glue on this and see if it'll just kind of attach. Did I put glue on it? Did I? Oh, I did. I did. I just got to hold it down a minute. Usually the art glitter glue works very quickly. Okay, the next part of this I am going to do off camera and then come back to insert the invitation because I just don't want to share all the details. I don't want to have the details blasted everywhere. And so, and this is not staying. Let's try again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to round the edges down here at the bottom of this. I'll go ahead and attach the invitation, and then I'll put the bow at the top. And then once I've inserted it into the little pocket there, then I'll come back and show you the results. I've finished it. I love the way it turned out. Let me pull it up close so you can see the detail. I think that it is absolutely perfect. And then this part right here slides out. It has the information on it, slides all the way out. And I do like the addition of the bow. I think that that just helped to balance it out and made it just a little bit more special, a little bit more dainty. But while I was completing this, I also finished the others. So I put everything together. Let me lay them out here so you can see all of them. Get all these little pink ones done first, and I like that I added the little bit of gold. I do think that it made a difference. A little bit of the green. Okay, the last 3 I ended up changing up just a bit, and I do like it. So I ended up moving the teacups to the opposite side. So it's now on the left side, and then so not as much of this is covered up. I wish that I had figured that out sooner because I actually like this layout a little bit better, but I didn't, and it's done, and they're still totally adorable. So I went from this, which they're perfectly lovely. I'll put them on some card bases and use them probably sometime down the road, but this right here screams tea party. Who would not come to this tea party? So that is it. I've enjoyed playing with my new Anna Griffin stuff. This little set is absolutely adorable. I am probably going, not probably, I am. I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to be using it with my Alice in Wonderland little golden book journals that I'm working on. So that will definitely come in handy for those. I hope that you enjoyed the card making process as much as I did. I love the way that it all came together, ended up working out, and it is what I envisioned it turning out to be. This is exactly what I wanted. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to this tea party? Anyhow, I've got to go and spend a fortune getting these in the mail and mailed out as soon as possible. If you have any comments or questions for me, leave them down in the comments section. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you like this video, I would also appreciate a thumbs up. Until next time, bye.